What's up, you guys? Today is Sunday. Recording this on Sunday, the 16th of February, 2025. The awoke are stuck. That's the title and topic. The awoke are stuck. So let's get into this. So the awoken individuals, right? The awoken people, the people who are have knowledge of themselves, their surroundings, their environment, you know, the information, the high awareness, you know. It the thing I notice about them, like almost 90% of them, damn near going to 100%, the 99 percentile, is a lot of them are stuck. They're stuck in a 40 between a 5D. They're stuck in, usually when they can't recalibrate, they fall all the way down to 2D, the 2D level consciousness, and they just break. That's why I had a lot of falling out, like, or seen a lot of them just disappear. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just scattered away like roaches because a lot of them are stuck. A lot of them, like, it's like a bridge between me and them that I have to go to, but then they can't come to me. It's like a blockage because they're still stuck. They're talking about this exposing and all this stuff, but it's coming from a standpoint of spitefulness, and anger. And we all have anger, bro. We all get pissed the hell off. It's not coming from a point to empower themselves and others and us. It's not, it's like, it's never to help us. It's always talking about this and complaining, but it's never to like help us or send any encouraging words. It's always something about this BS system. That's why I had a lot of, falling out or whatever, or had just people just went their way, unsubbed or whatever, because they're still stuck between 4D. And if they don't recalibrate within that, because that's a high level of awareness, 4D, because it's increasing. So now that level of consciousness has to go to the 5D. But that's the energy is going to just circle back and backfire them to the low levels of consciousness to the point where they break. And that's why a lot of them are not even here today. Like they say, many are called, few are chosen. It's a figurative language. That means that many are, of course, called and are few are chosen, which means that few are going to choose to do what they have to do. They're going to answer the phone. Like you have like a spiritual sign when you get ringing in your ears and you get certain signs. That's being called, and you answer it by doing the work and walking the path. You can't, like, you hear like the ringing in your ears and all that. It's telling you the higher message to follow your follow what you do, follow your pursuit or whatever. Just go on a path, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they'll just overthrow that because whatever the system in life, and they get caught up. They don't know how to balance this life and their awareness level. So it becomes a little too much. So a lot of them become stuck. You know, the knowledge is actually a curse. That's why a lot of them are all gone, and you don't really see people. They become like, zombies, or they become demented, man. The woken people are stuck, man. A lot of them are, bro. Most are gonna stay. That's just how it is. It's always like something that outweighs and all that, because the balance. So a lot of them are just stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to them for a few years, but the thing about it is, I didn't like is I didn't hate them. They're very like smart. They say eye opening things, but it's like they always talk about this and that, but it's like it's never in the standpoint to empower us and do better. It's always for the system and feeding the system, and they're never really to take risk and do what they have to do and get their, hands dirty and wet. Like it's always about this and that. They always want to chit chat, and they're just stuck. That's why, it just sucks with those with awoken ones, man, because their mind is trying to still make sense of it. Well, you already know like the negatives and evil of the world and all this stuff. Now it's time to take that to the other side, the positive scale, and change a reality or be in a new mode, not stay in the old and care. Because when you awoken, when you find this knowledge, it was not sweet. Let's be honest. It was heartbreaking. It was disappointing realizing this world wasn't cracked up to be and seeing people what they are. Nigga, that sucked. Now it's time to get that and change it around and move in that energy, for us to make it just for us to be happy. Not to really change anything, but just feel different. But when you talk about that, it's like they go silent. It's about this or the system. Like they let the system get in their heads. Talking about, oh man, I still gotta survive, man. I still gotta work, bro. Or this, like it gets into their head, so they fall for the bad habits. It becomes too much when they start, getting into, vices and start, you know, blowing the puff. You know what I'm saying? Blowing the pipe. You know what I'm saying? The steam. They start doing that. And they lose themselves. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. We're all like a bandwidth together, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's what we are. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're powerful, but they gave up on themselves. So a lot of them are still stuck at 4D, but it's like a lot of them were at that level too where they were close, but then something happened and they just fell short. They didn't know how to balance that energy. It was too much, or something just triggered and they just snapped. And you don't hear from awoken ones anymore. Just like a very, very small percentage of us. I'm because I be feeling like I'm the only one, and a few others too. I see ones down the corner, but it's like they're still stuck. They're talking about this and that, a problem. And it's like, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Like, no disrespect. I'm trying to empower myself and feel better for me and do what I have to do and explore life, not stay stuck, you know, and stagnant. But a lot of them, it just ends right there. They're always going to kind of drain you. Like, that's just what it is. They're going to just drain you. And they're just going to become kind of robotic in a sense, where they're just repetitive and you see it. They're always telling you about this person and that. It's like, it's kind of annoying. They always want to talk to you. It's just irritating, bro. It's very irritating. They're just stuck. Like, they just don't get it. And it just sound like a broken record. They're just stuck. So a lot of them are just not here till this day. They don't know the information they know, and they can't empower ourselves, empower others around them, or whatever. They use it for negative or spite, or they fall down to their own, you know, hands or whatever. Because you never leave anybody to their own devices, especially when they're alone. They're just gonna, become idle, and then that's when destruction comes. And that's what happened with damn near 90% of them. It's crazy, you know. And a lot of them are stuck between environments and people. It's like they have this save person mentality. Or I gotta save this or this girl or this my friend or my best friend, my dog, like my homie. Like they have this mentality and it's drawing them backwards. It's not pulling them forward, and they can't do it. So they're gonna fall victim and try to fit in or go with the rest, or just fall to their own devices or whatever. And that is what's going to happen. They're stuck. And we're at already at a certain level or range in our mindset, like we're kind of free. So it's like now they can't even relate to us now. They're looking at us like they're looking at us with a side eye, like we done this or whatever. Like, no, we was continuing this stuff. I was telling you to do this. I was really imputing it into my life, into my mindset. and you see these changes. You know what I'm saying? But you're still stuck. So there's really nothing you can really tell these people. They're just gonna fall down. Like everybody else. Like they're really gonna do that and become like a zombie. Like it's sad to see them that way, man. Even some people that I know or whatever that told me about this and that, you know, now it's like they're like a zombie of this world. They were stuck. With me, I guess I never had that, you know, that type of experience where I had to feel like I had to fit in or I had to do this or do that. I just never had that in my imagination. I never had that in my brain. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't fall victim. A lot of them are just stuck, man. And I don't know if they're gonna actually recalibrate and recover because you talk to them, they just it's the same thing about this or the system or anything or that, and they just start battling. They get to the point where they'll tell you about this person and seeing the bad in this, and it's to the point where in your mind they're telling you something, they're talking to you about something, they're venting to you, but they're really just bad mouthing people and they're gossiping. They're just and it's like you're tired of that crap, like, and it gets freaking annoying. Like you're not even paying attention to that. A lot of them are stuck. They're in a negative, they're in like of the negative side, bro. They just keep telling you, and it comes to the point where it becomes like, gossiping, and you get really tired of that, bro. And it's seriously annoying, man. A lot of them are just stuck. Like I can't even relate to them anymore. Like it's just I just can't. But people, I guess they want to tell you something, they need to talk to you, or you can't hold it in. Like it's just very annoying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just do this and just be happy, be peaceful, you know what I'm saying? And just do what I do and focus and explore the path and then just go forward. But they're just not on it. With them, it's just quiet, it's blank, or it's whatever. Like they're telling you about this and sending you that, but it's like it sounds good that you're showing me this, but it's like, what about you? Stop worrying about this stuff. They're too focused on the outside, bro. They'll send you something about this and that, but it's like a person like me don't even really care like that, bro. Like no disrespect. Like what about you, bro? Like you talking good game, but it's like, bro, what about you, bro? I want you to do better, bro. Like don't try to use it to change the subject, bro. Like from at a certain level, at a certain bridge, it's just blank. You know, the door is closed. Like that's where it ends, and a lot of them are just gonna fall. And you see it. A lot of awoken ones are stuck. They're gonna continue this loop of insanity and not use the information, whatever they know, to empower themselves and feel different. Walk in a different, way. Walk with more light. They're just not. So that's what I, noticed. They're stuck. The awoke are stuck. So yeah, they have to make that bridge from the 40 to the 5B and accelerate because they're close. They're clever people, but they're gonna fall down because the energy is gonna backfire, and then, you see what happens. You gotta empower themselves.